What's up, you guys? After Show Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Person of Interest. This is Season 4, Episode 7. Let's get into it.
Come on. Any second, guys. Not a good time, Harold.
It never is these days, Ms. Shaw. It's not as if Professor Whistler doesn't have a stack of abysmal midterms to grade.
My situation is slightly more time-sensitive.
And yet numbers keep coming.
Amateurs.
Our newest irrelevant is named... Ms. Shaw? Is that gunfire?
Well, I told you I was busy. Now I'm gonna need you to call up that shadow map and access the NYPD dispatch feeds.
All units, pursuit in progress, black sedan. Dispatch 1048, no sign of him here.
Woo! Nice! Yo! Howdy! Up top!
We had a deal, remember? You get out in time, or I walk. So now this happens.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Romeo. I think we just broke up.
So, why are we here? The machine just told me to come to this playground and follow your plan.
Then let's hope it's a good one.
Nicholas Dawson, Samaritan's undemocratically elected choice for governor. Are we bringing him down?
Unfortunately, now that Samaritan has sent Mr. Greer to make contact, we can't risk going anywhere near our new governor. We can work to undermine every single thing he tries to do. And one of Dawson's first acts as governor was to approve a $12 million grant for that man. Jared Wilkins, software engineer, 41 years old, recently divorced. 2 weeks ago, Wilkins left a lucrative job in the tech sector to found a new charity called OTPS.
Which stands for...
No one seems to know. OTPS has no office, no website. We need to find out what he plans to do with that money and put a stop to it.
Daddy, made a boom boom.
Okay, okay, just go ahead and wait, hold on. Just don't sit. No.
And now I know why I'm a nanny. Au revoir, mon cher.
Excuse me. It seems to me as if you might need some assistance. Yes?
How is Mr. Kuroa faring, Miss Shaw? Any sign of the threat?
In 4 hours, Tomas has barely gone 900 feet. He just keeps moving from one restaurant to the next, blabbing about wine. The only thing keeping me awake is his... personality.
Indeed.
Hang on a sec. It's the girl who checked him out this morning. Tomas may have a tail. Same workman from this morning, too. That's not a tail. We're looking at some kind of a hit squad. On second thought, this may not be that kind of hit.
Ten seconds. 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 1.
Looks like we're not the only ones leading double lives, Finch. Tomas isn't a wine dealer, he's a thief. And a damn good one.
I don't know, nothing about that
Seconds.
made me feel like
Perfect smash and grab. Our boy Tomas
that good.
knows what he's doing.
Perhaps you could try not to sound quite so enthused.
Crime is my day job. I'm just admiring his technique.
Domain awareness caught the robbery, but no camera saw Tomas and his crew getting into the car, which was reported stolen 2 days ago.
So the cops haven't ID'd him yet?
I'm fairly certain that the NYPD isn't the only agency trying to find them. Their modus operandi matches that of a highly successful team of thieves that the Interpol has dubbed the Hole in the Wall Gang for obvious reasons. In the past 7 years, Tomas and his team have hit over 50 high-value targets on 4 continents.
So Tomas is a real bad boy.
Are you okay? She's like super horny this episode.
A guy like this might be willing to kill to take down his next score.
Or our target might be someone who already knows Tomas's secrets. Marko Yeftic was the only member of Tomas's crew to ever get caught. Picked up by the police after a robbery in Prague, 10 hours later, he died in custody under suspicious circumstances.
So maybe Tomas isn't above bumping off one of his own.
Well, they're not the most trustworthy bunch. Max Dahlgren, Henrik Langfelder both had well-documented issues with authority, and Katya Radchenko has a long history of drug abuse.
It appears that we have inadvertently captured a group of notorious criminals. Should we turn them over to Interpol and call it a day?
We're here to stop violence, okay? Not recover stolen jewels. If we move before we know what Tomas is up to, then this whole thing could go sideways and we'll miss our chance to stop it.
But she won't get a look at him anymore.
Are you trying to make me kill you?
Let's try to stay focused on the murder that Mr. Kuroa is poised to commit. To uncover his plans, we would need to have a man on the inside, or in this case, a woman.
With the governor and his people on board, we have the power.
I'm in. I've got him on the baby monitor, and you should have signal now, Harold.
I take it you had no trouble ingratiating yourself with Mr. Wilkins.
They seem to be putting, like, pairing Root and Finch together a lot this season.
Spirit who needs his creativity nurtured. His dad, on the other hand, is a little more type A.
And when OTPS starts generating results, you're gonna want to be on board.
Any luck finding out what his fraudulent charity is really up to?
Patience, Harold. I'll have to give you a timeout.
We are ready to go right now.
Okay, we're in. It'll take me just a minute to locate. Oh my. It turns out that Mr. Wilkins' charity may not be so fraudulent after all. OTPS stands for One Tablet Per Student, a plan to issue free tablet computers to every elementary school student in the state.
For just $20 each, we can give every single child a computer to call their own, loaded with educational software.
Software provided by Samaritan.
Tablet in every home and a camera pointed at the face of every child, while Samaritan controls everything they see, learn, think.
Speak of the devil. Something just started hacking my phone.
Samaritan, it's coming through Wilkins' computer. Get out of there, now.
Veronique, I'm off the phone. How are you and Sebastian getting it?
I heard you did a job for the O'Bannons in Dublin. If I were to call Patty McCann about you, will he say good things?
Probably not, since Patty died 2 years ago. But you can call Enzo Capizzi in Sicily, or you can check up on the work I did for Macaulay's crew in LA, or you can just quit wasting your time and we can talk business.
I can see why Romeo recommended you so highly. Nothing unlocks doors like a beautiful woman.
He's hot. I mean, not wooden zip ties in a CIA safe house with 10 hours to kill hot, but...
Bartender, 2 champagnes.
I kind of get it.
Root, what the hell are you doing?
Harold wanted me off the streets for a while after my latest brush with Samaritan, so I thought I'd help keep an ear on you. He is a dangerous criminal, after all. And I just couldn't bear it if anyone hurt you. I mean, besides me.
So, what do you need me for?
I can think of several things.
Subtle.
I'll bet. But, for now, let's just keep it professional. Now, I'm willing to guess that last night's job was a test to check the NYPD's response time, which means that you have something bigger lined up.
See, now that was subtle.
So, are you ready for another score?
That, not so much.
Maybe. But I'm not the kind of man who likes to rush. A perfectly planned job is a kind of seduction. Hours looking, wanting, turning your target around in your mind. And then you move closer, brushing past, making contact, just to see what will happen. And when everything's ready, and when everything is right, all of that preparation pays off in one sudden, intense, crushing moment.
He's good. But a line like that would never work on a trained operative like...
Do you want to get out of here? Excuse me. Are you the concierge?
How may I help you, Miss
Stevens, I have some jewelry that, well, it costs slightly more than this hotel, and I don't think I'll sleep well if it's in that little safe in the room. Could you offer me anything more secure?
Of course. I'd be happy to store your items in the hotel's vault.
And I don't suppose I could see this vault first, could I?
Bars are high carbon steel, locked at all times. The vault itself, it's
Back up! Now! Now!
Cameras are dead. Footage of you's being erased.
You really think you can crack that before the cops get here? Cute, but that's gonna make one hell of a noise.
All right, good to go. It's
Veterans Day. We're 3 blocks away from the celebration at the Intrepid.
But you were planning on doing this a little bit earlier with the other woman. That wouldn't have lined up.
The ride here tripped the relockers, so the front door's dead. But the friction with the concrete brought down the back plate, exposing the welds. Clever boy.
Host.
Well, we have yet to prevent a murder, but we can add
Super awkward if nothing is in it.
a list of accomplishments. I'm hacking the hotel security to determine precisely what jewels you've stolen. Perhaps they're so valuable that Tomas was willing to betray a client and kill his teammates just to keep them.
Hi, Shaw. How's your date?
Something's wrong here, Finch.
Something's wrong indeed. The only item in that vault was placed there yesterday by a guest of the hotel, Dr. Yuliana Petrova, a researcher at the CDC. She's an expert on level 4 infectious diseases. Miss Shaw, I'm no longer certain that you were stealing jewels.
I'm kind of thinking maybe Tomas isn't the perpetrator after all, Finch. Go!
Okay, but you just left whatever the hell that was behind.
This is very, very bad. Those labels don't say MARV, they say MARV, as in Marburg virus. Viral hemorrhagic fever with a mortality rate approaching 90%.
It's like Ebola's evil twin.
Oh, wonderful.
In Uganda collecting samples of the virus, but due to the outbreak of Ebola in Western Africa, a request to ship them to the CDC was denied by Homeland Security. Rather than lose months of research, Dr. Petrova chose to smuggle them into the U.S. illegally.
And now somebody stole them.
If it makes you feel better, Dr. P's freaking out about it. She just turned herself into her bosses at the CDC.
It would be difficult to overstate the degree to which we do not need 10 vials of Marburg floating around the streets of New York City. We have to find the virus and the people who stole it fast.
Okay, I'll track down Max and Henrik. We need to know who they're working for.
It was probably the same client who hired Tomas in the first place. Nobody else knew about the robbery.
Plus, paying those 2 to kill Tomas is cheaper than paying all 3. Well, it is.
So, who's your client?
Who's yours? You're not just a thief, and you're definitely not working alone, so why should I even trust you?
You want to talk about trust, huh? You just stole a very dangerous virus for some very dangerous people.
Look, I never would have done that if I knew what I was taking. I'm not a saint, but some things are too far, even for a man like me.
Well, I doubt your client has the same high moral standards. I need a name.
Never got one. Anonymous emails, payments by one-time wire transfer. It's better for everyone if we don't use names. But I'm gonna find the bastard behind this. I'm gonna steal those vials back, and I'm gonna make him pay. You in?
What do you think?
Knight and Morris, the oldest and most secure storage facility in New York, housing everything from priceless heirlooms to Renaissance art. In their 95-year history, they have never been robbed. They are, simply put, a fortress.
So, of course, that's where the vials are now.
But to locate them precisely, we still need to know the client's name.
Son of, Marco.
Marco Yevtich, the partner that died in Prague?
Wait, didn't you kill that guy?
I've never killed anyone. We tried to spring Marco out after he got caught, but it was too risky.
So either he's a really well-preserved corpse, or he escaped by faking his own death.
Marco thinks we left him to rot, and this whole double cross is his revenge.
Revenge or not, Yevtich is in possession of a deadly virus, and I would very much like to know what he intends to do with it.
My buyer just transferred half the money. We got the rest when the package is delivered. We move at midnight.
So that gives us less than 6 hours to figure out how to rob this place.
We have another problem, Harold. I'm looking at an operative from the relevant side.
A government agent? Are you certain? How do you know?
Because I trained him. Devin Grice, Crimson 6 Alpha. I know him and his partner. And now that Marco has the virus, this whole damn thing just went relevant.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Uplink's good. NSA feeds online.
You ever miss the old days, Brooks?
Why? Research 2.0 targets more threats than the old system ever did.
Well, that's just it. Back then, we did the targeting, had to scrutinize our own intel, think for ourselves. When we lit up a target, we knew why. Now, instead of numbers to investigate, we just get numbers to kill. You ever think that's strange?
That's not true. That's how it was before, wasn't it?
And Control wouldn't like what you're saying. You remember what happened to Indigo 5, right?
I heard Char lived to fight another day.
Nobody lives, and no good comes of asking questions. Our orders are to eliminate all targets and destroy every last drop of this virus. We strike at 2200.
But if the relevant side is taking care of the virus, perhaps our work here is done. Now that Samaritan is providing the relevant numbers to the government, any encounter with those operatives could easily escalate into a run-in with Samaritan's agents. Why expose our operation to unnecessary risk?
Because I know how the relevant side works, Finch. And I know Grice and Brooks, after they kill Marco and his men, they're gonna track down everyone involved in stealing the virus, and they're gonna kill them too. Now, Tomas is trying to make this right. He may be a criminal, but he doesn't deserve to die. And isn't that what we're here for? To save his life?
She's got you there, Finch. Besides, the Soviets messed around with weaponizing Marburg. The Americans never did. Do you really want the relevant side to get their hands on that virus? Or let them turn it over to Samaritan?
The only way to make sure those vials get destroyed is to do it ourselves.
Fine, we'll commit your felony. But unfortunately, I have another criminal act to attend to first. Miss Groves, I'm on my way.
Samaritan's blind, Harold. You're up.
Accessing the system. I'll need about 10 minutes.
Yes. I got a text offering me $3,000 if I can fix your internet in the next 5 minutes.
I don't want to rush you, Harold, but I think Samaritan's on to us.
Surprisingly, Miss Groves, that does not help me concentrate.
Harold, I'm about to do something you're not gonna like.
No need, I'm done.
We're not on camera, are we, Finch?
Not yet. And you should know that you're not alone. Our friends from the relevant side are in the building.
Which means Central Command will be running OPSEC from a remote location. If you see us, so will they.
That's why I'm looping the security feeds to cover your tracks. Marco's vault is 5th on your left. And please work quickly, the others aren't far behind.
Not bad. Now how are those magic fingers gonna open that one?
Sorry, my friend. But unlike you, I don't leave important things behind.
I knew you would come for these, Tomas. Just like I knew you would never be bold enough to steal them if you really knew the score. Which is convenient. You see, my buyer wants the virus delivered right here in New York City. And who better to start a pandemic than two healthy human hosts?
We were planning to get you out, Marco, but we got word that you died. If I had known that you were still...
You know how painful it is to fake your own death? With the toxins that simulate cardiac arrest due to your health? This will be worse.
I hate to trouble you, Miss Shaw, but your counterparts from the relevant side are about to turn this perilous situation into something dangerously chaotic, so it may get a bit loud. Now, John.
It's not cool you asked me to do this stuff with you, man. Not cool.
Admit it, we're not bad together.
You're just saying that because I saved your ass.
Come on. You, me, Barcelona, score worth 1.6 mil. You sure you won't come?
You, me, here, no pay. We both eventually wind up dead. Are you sure you won't stay?
Ms. Shaw and Mr. Kuroa are leaving, John. And considering that the police are en route, now might be a good time for you to make your exit, too.
Freeze.
Shaw?
Go. Go.
I got a call about a fire on the second floor, suite 205, the 3D printer. Are they okay?
Whole building's trash, buddy.
No.
11.2 million up in smoke. I doubt the governor could give him any more money without attracting attention Samaritan doesn't want.
By now, the worm I planted will have destroyed every last copy of Wilkins' design.
So no tablets for the kids. Mission accomplished.
Famous last words.
Where's Tomas?
Halfway to Barcelona. He gave me a pretty hard sell trying to get me to go with him, and for a hot second I almost did.
But
I guess there are things I care about here.
And is that why you came to see me?
No. I need you to translate Finch's instructions on how to destroy the virus. Dude never met a 5-syllable word he didn't like.
Full decontamination. This could take all night.
We haven't recovered the virus yet. Are you sure we shouldn't be tracking it down?
We got new orders and a list of new numbers to take care of in South America. Nothing good comes out of asking questions. Remember? Go.
Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, well that was Person of Interest Season 4, Episode 7. It was interesting seeing the relevant side again. I feel bad for the guy that just wanted to, you know, give children tablets, but it is what it is. I'm not much else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one.